And his kick is no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Left. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Ready.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
He's checking crash.
Ready. Ready.
53's Mike.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Ready to go.
On third down, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Gun! Shit! Hurry up! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky Leopard!
First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I better raise my voice a little bit here, because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun!
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Hurry up, all right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now.
Here's Kelly to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He completes it to Julio Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession. The football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Get off! We got it!
All right, here we go. Green, gun!
Following the fumble recovery, Kellen put under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Shelby in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
baby.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Ben Gideon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. And they picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Double tight.
Ready.
3 down. Check.
Look out.
To throw is Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Okay, Frank, we got 4.
Hey,
We got 4.
Right half,
Let's
right
go,
half.
fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Ready.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Key to tight end, key to tight end.
On. Ready, C1.
5 down, stand up in.
59, ready.
Deuce.
Check. 11.
Kill.
Wide, 25, sit on.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run it. Freeman.
No.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
No. Check. Patriot.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
No. Check. Patriot.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
All right, here we go. Boom, back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a first down throw, Kelly. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Deion Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Crash. Sack, baby.
No, check. Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Cook. And now running right through him. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Kelly to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. A carry here for the big tight end. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Get out!
Kill!
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They toss to Freeman. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Ryan to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Man left. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Ready.
Now Ryan on second down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Blue 80. White 25.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Joker.
Gun! Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Single.
Watch him now, Barney! Now let's go!
A play fake, now Kelly. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Patrick!
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Back 9 up! Detroit!
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Move.
To throw, Kelly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Check hot route. Hot.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Big hold of the 30, and they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
53, check 53.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Woo! You got it. You got him. You got him.
Hey, 51's a mic. Ready to go.
Check.
280.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now Ryan. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Ben Gideon in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Check, go back.
On first down, it's Kelly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now let's go. Green 39.
We got 4.
Green 39.
We got 4.
Motion.
Kelly now to throw again. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Falcons on third down. A very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Hey, let's go.
Switch gears.
Freeman again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Watch left. He's tied right there.
Ready.
Coleman now. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman finding some room at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Let's go.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
83's me.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Single.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now Kelly on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Watch tight end.
Leopard.
Tight right.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Keller on third down. And he's got Peak. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His third touchdown now on.